Imagine a forest where the floor is underwater. Trees stand tall, their roots submerged in the salty embrace of the ocean. This is the world of the mangroves, a unique and vital ecosystem found along tropical and subtropical coastlines. Mangroves are a diverse group of trees and shrubs that thrive in saltwater environments. They form a rich ecosystem, providing shelter, food, and breeding grounds for marine and terrestrial life. Countless species depend on mangroves for survival. Their roots offer protection, while their branches provide nesting sites for birds. Mangroves filter pollutants, acting as natural water purifiers. Their roots stabilize shorelines, preventing erosion and protecting coastal communities. Yet, despite their importance, mangroves are under threat. These ecosystems are sensitive to pollution and habitat destruction. It is crucial to understand their role and take action to protect these coastal guardians. The mangrove ecosystem is a fascinating and dynamic world, a place where land and sea converge to create a unique and vibrant habitat. It is a world of constant change, shaped by the ebb and flow of tides, the influx of fresh water from rivers, and the relentless power of the ocean. The water itself is a rich soup of nutrients, a mixture of freshwater and saltwater that supports a diverse array of microscopic organisms. These tiny creatures form the base of the mangrove food web, providing sustenance for a multitude of larger animals. Fish dart among the roots, crabs scuttle along the muddy bottom, and snails graze on algae that cling to the submerged branches. Above the waterline, the mangrove canopy teems with life. Birds build their nests in the branches, their songs filling the air. Insects buzz among the leaves, while reptiles bask in the sun-dappled shade. The air is thick with the smell of salt and decaying leaves, a pungent aroma that speaks to the abundance of life in this unique ecosystem. The mangrove ecosystem is a complex web of interconnected relationships, a delicate balance of life that is essential to the health of our planet. Mangroves are masters of adaptation, their very structure a testament to their ability to thrive in harsh environments. Unlike most trees, which would drown in saltwater, mangroves have evolved specialized features that allow them to not only survive, but to flourish in these challenging conditions. Perhaps the most striking feature of mangroves is their roots. These remarkable structures are often visible above the waterline, giving the impression that the trees are standing on stilts. These aerial roots, known as pneumatophores, are covered in tiny pores called lenticels, which allow the mangroves to absorb oxygen from the air. This is crucial for survival, as the waterlogged soil in which they grow is often oxygen poor. Mangroves have also developed mechanisms to deal with the high salt content of their environment. Some species have salt glands on their leaves, which excrete excess salt, leaving behind a visible crust. Others filter salt through their roots, taking up only the fresh water they need. Their leaves are often thick and leathery, an adaptation that helps to reduce water loss through transpiration in the hot, sunny environments they inhabit. Some species even have succulent leaves, storing precious fresh water within their tissues. These adaptations allow mangroves to thrive in conditions that would be inhospitable to most other plants. Mangroves are not merely fascinating botanical curiosities. They are vital ecosystems that provide a wealth of benefits to both people and the planet. Their importance to coastal communities and to the global environment cannot be overstated. Acting as natural buffers, mangroves are the first line of defense against the relentless assault of the sea. Their dense root systems, intertwined and strong, absorb the impact of waves and storm surges, protecting inland areas from erosion and flooding. This is particularly important in the face of climate change, as rising sea levels and increasingly frequent extreme weather events pose a growing threat to coastal communities worldwide. Furthermore, mangroves play a crucial role in maintaining water quality. Their roots act as filters, trapping sediments, pollutants, and excess nutrients that would otherwise flow into the ocean, harming marine life and degrading delicate ecosystems. This natural filtration system helps to maintain clear, healthy waters, supporting fisheries and preserving the beauty of our coastlines. The value of mangroves extends far beyond their role as coastal protectors and water purifiers. They are also vital economic resources, providing livelihoods for millions of people around the world. Section 5. A Nursery for Life, Mangroves and Biodiversity. The intricate network of roots within a mangrove forest provides an ideal habitat for a staggering array of species. Mangroves support a web of life that rivals coral reefs and rainforests. For many marine species, mangroves serve as vital nurseries. Fish, crustaceans, and mollusks find refuge among the tangled roots. The sheltered waters also support seagrass beds and diverse marine life. Above the waterline, the mangrove canopy provides nesting sites for birds. Herons, egrets, and kingfishers perch among the branches, while ospreys and eagles soar overhead. The trees also provide shelter and food for mammals like monkeys, sloths, and even tigers. This incredible biodiversity highlights the importance of mangrove ecosystems. By protecting mangroves, we safeguard a vital part of the web of life. Section 6. Nature's carbon sink, mangroves and climate change. As the world grapples with the urgent need to address climate change, mangroves have emerged as unsung heroes in the fight against global warming. These remarkable ecosystems are incredibly efficient at absorbing and storing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, playing a crucial role in mitigating the impacts of climate change. Mangroves sequester carbon at rates far exceeding those of terrestrial forests, locking it away in their biomass and in the soil beneath their roots. This makes them invaluable allies in our efforts to reduce greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere and slow the pace of global warming. The carbon stored in mangrove ecosystems is known as blue carbon, a term that encompasses carbon captured by marine and coastal ecosystems. Protecting and restoring these blue carbon sinks is essential to meeting global climate goals and ensuring a habitable planet for future generations. Recognizing the vital role of mangroves in carbon sequestration, there is a growing movement to include these ecosystems in carbon offset programs. This would provide financial incentives for mangrove conservation and restoration, further bolstering efforts to protect these invaluable carbon sinks. Section 7. Under Threat, the Perils Facing Mangroves. Despite their ecological and economic importance, mangroves are facing an array of threats that are putting these vital ecosystems at risk. Human activities, often driven by short-sighted economic gain, are the primary culprits behind the alarming rate of mangrove loss worldwide. Coastal development is one of the most significant threats to mangroves. As populations grow and coastal areas are developed for housing, tourism, and industry, mangrove forests are often cleared to make way for these projects. This destruction not only eliminates vital habitat, but also leaves coastlines vulnerable to erosion and flooding. Aquaculture, particularly shrimp farming, is another major driver of mangrove deforestation. Vast swaths of mangrove forests are cleared to create ponds for shrimp farming, often with devastating consequences for the surrounding environment. These ponds quickly become polluted with waste and chemicals, further degrading the surrounding ecosystem. Pollution from industrial discharges, agricultural runoff, and sewage also takes a toll on mangrove health. These pollutants can contaminate the water, smother roots, and disrupt the delicate balance of the mangrove ecosystem. Section 8. A Plastic Plague, Waste Management, and Mangrove Health. Among the many threats facing mangroves, plastic pollution stands out as a particularly pervasive and insidious problem. The global plastic waste crisis has reached epidemic proportions, and mangroves located at the interface of land and sea are on the receiving end of this deluge of debris. Plastic waste carried by rivers, tides, and currents accumulates in mangrove forests, entangling roots, suffocating marine life, and leaching harmful chemicals into the surrounding environment. The very same root systems that protect coastlines from erosion become traps for plastic debris, creating a tangled mess that can smother these vital ecosystems. The presence of plastic in mangrove ecosystems has far-reaching consequences. Marine animals often mistake plastic fragments for food, leading to ingestion and entanglement. These encounters can be fatal, causing starvation, suffocation, or internal injuries. Addressing the plastic plague requires a multifaceted approach, tackling the problem at its source. Reducing plastic consumption, improving waste management practices, and promoting responsible disposal are crucial steps in stemming the tide of plastic pollution that is engulfing our oceans and threatening vital ecosystems like mangroves. Section 9. A call to action. Protecting our coastal guardians. The plight of mangroves is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things and the profound impact that human activities have on the natural world. Protecting these vital ecosystems is not just an environmental imperative, but a moral obligation to safeguard the health of our planet and the well-being of future generations. Conserving and restoring mangroves requires a concerted effort from individuals, communities, governments, and organizations worldwide. Raising awareness about the importance of mangroves and the threats they face is crucial to galvanizing action. Implementing sustainable coastal development practices that prioritize the protection of mangrove ecosystems is essential. This includes establishing protected areas, enacting stricter regulations on development in coastal zones, and promoting sustainable alternatives to mangrove destruction. Supporting organizations involved in mangrove conservation and restoration efforts is another way to make a difference. These organizations work tirelessly to protect existing mangrove forests, restore degraded areas, and raise awareness about the importance of these vital ecosystems. The fate of mangroves hangs in the balance, a stark reminder of the urgent need to redefine our relationship with the natural world. By embracing a more sustainable and harmonious path, we can ensure that these coastal guardians continue to thrive, providing invaluable benefits to both people and the planet for generations to come.